It's so weird that I like went on vacation right after I started this channel because I'm like, I forgot that I do this, while I was on vacation. And it was like, oh, I'm not like, I have to go back to do a soul sucking job that was like destroying my mind. No, I shouldn't say that. I have to go back to do something that was like sad. I was sad for a long time that my life was going a certain way. And I forgot that I actually get to record videos. I mean, at least for now, with like a fun mic and stuff. It's weird to come back to this. And, on the one hand, it's, after vacation, it's always hard. You're like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? I don't want to be here. I want to go back to like hanging out at the pool and doing nothing all day. But at the same time, this is pretty cool. I forgot how to record. I forgot how to do this. I mean, again, because I didn't have it like cemented at all. It was something I did for, what was it, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I did a lot of videos in those 2, 3 weeks. But at the same time, like, then I went on a 2 week hiatus of just nothing, no YouTube, not watching other people's YouTube, nothing to do with that at all. And now I'm like, how do I talk to a camera again? Who am I talking to? What am I doing here? What is this existence? I was confused on how to get back into this, right? Like, how do I start videoing again? Why am I holding this? So I was like, how do I jump back into this without feeling like I'm leaping off a tall building with no wings and just free falling with no idea, no clue at all what I'm supposed to be doing? And I decided booktube newbie tag. When I first started, it was like, why does every YouTube title have the same thing? Like when I Google booktube, when I search for booktube, like all the captions are the same. And I'm like, what is this? And then I did a little bit of searching and I realized that there's this woman, girl, I actually have no idea who she is because her channel is gone. Dun, dun, dun. But in like February 2014, I think I saw, she created this like list of questions that newbie booktubers can answer so that people know what they're getting into. Like, who are you? What is your channel? Why should we watch you as opposed to the 50,000 other people that are doing this? And I was like, I should do that at one point, and then I forgot. And now I'm like, now is the perfect time because it's questions that I can answer without feeling overwhelmed and being like, what am I doing? And what am I supposed to say? And what should I talk about? Because they're already written out for me. It's a really good way to ease yourself into the space that's vast and alarming and filled with so many people who look like they are doing way better than you and are, because clearly based on just metrics and stuff, they're doing better. So it's great. But countless of people have done this since then. And it is really interesting because you can immediately get a feel for like, okay, who is this person? Do I want to watch them? Which is the point of it. It's pretty smart. So the first question, why did you start this channel? This is a hard one. I was working and I felt dead inside. Like no creativity, no nothing, doing the same thing every single day and feeling like I was going to implode with lack of creativity and boredom and just not using my brain. So I went out onto my porch and I just recorded a video. It was the worst quality ever. I mean, it's like 10 videos ago, you can even see it. Bad quality. I didn't really know what I was saying, but I knew that I just wanted to talk about stuff that interested me. And that's books. Like, I'm sure there are more questions where I talk about my love of books, but I sat down and just recorded it and I was like, wait, I kind of like this actually. It wasn't my first time recording a video, but it was my first time recording a long one and editing it and uploading it and stuff. And I was like, this doesn't suck. I feel excited. I feel nervous in a good way. I need to know what's going to happen if I continue doing this. And that's why I started. Next question. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? Fun and unique things. So the first thing I realized when I came onto booktube was that a lot of people are talking about the same books. So I've been traveling the world and I go into random bookstores, secondhand bookstores, and those are different types of books that you're seeing. And I want to talk about those types of books, like the books you've never heard about, but that still make your brain like light up and make you excited and make you think. It's fun and interesting and unique, right? Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Getting to just express my creativity, not feeling like I'm drowning in a sea of boredom, not feeling like I can't breathe because I'm being suffocated by just the day-to-day of mediocrity and tediousness. Does that make sense? I'm excited to do something that I'm really passionate about. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? Escaping into other characters and other worlds and being able to envision myself as something that I never thought I could be, or that I literally can't be, like a mermaid or something, but being able to be something and somewhere that I'm not. It's like the biggest dream of all. Like literally slipping on a new skin and walking out into the world and having new experiences. Like just really escapism. It's really just, I don't want to live here sometimes. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? I feel like I should answer this out of order. Like there is another question. Number 8 is, when did you start reading? And I've been reading for so long. I feel like I need to talk about that before, because I can't really trace it to an exact book that I started with. Or I can, but I don't know how accurate it is. But I read Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Yes, I understand that it's the 4th book of the series, but that was the first book I read. And I was obsessed and addicted and in love. And I read that in 3rd grade. I remember in 2nd grade so clearly my teacher coming in and saying, everyone has to read a book. And I found a book and it was 2 different stories in the book. And I remember complaining, like, I have to read both these stories. That was in 2nd grade. And then by 3rd grade, I literally could not stop reading. So answer to question number 8 is, when did I start reading? I guess in 3rd grade. And what book or series got me into reading? Well, I'm pretty sure it was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Like, yeah. And then I just never stopped. And I'm so disappointed in the fact that I haven't been tracking every single book I read since I was a child, because dang, have I read a lot of books. So many books. And I'd love to see like how I felt when I first read those books as a kid. But okay, that's another video. Back to the questions. Number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Do you actually read the books that you say you do? Or do you just read summaries? And if you do you actually enjoy reading these books like so quickly? Do you even retain any information from them? Was it fun? Or do you feel like at this point reading is just a job? Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Oh God, getting over my fear of sounding like an idiot and being super cringe. But I kind of already, I mean, it's like a work in progress, but I've been doing a good job working on that. It's also just like that fear that I'm never actually going to be successful. Like I'm never going to break 13 subscribers. I spent a long time trying to grow in other channels in different ways. And this is what I'm most passionate about. This is what I'm really excited about. And I'm just like, if this doesn't work, like, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? So yeah, the challenge of the fear of failure. Like I got to keep pushing no matter what. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Number 8, I already answered. When did you start reading? So number 9, where do you read? Wherever I can. I mean, on the plane, in bed, at the breakfast table, in the bathroom, at the pool, on the bus, in the car. Not in cars, I get pretty not so good. Cars and buses, I would say. Audiobooks I do there. Yeah, basically everywhere that I can, all the time. Number 10 is, what kind of books do you like to read? Fantasy is my favorite genre, but I do love a good murder mystery, crime fiction, a thriller, chick lit. Like, I'll kind of read anything. I need the writing to be good. Fantasy, hands down my favorite, but interspersed with other things is always good. I read 2 fantastic nonfiction books actually in 2023, I believe. So it does actually work. Like there just has to be a good story there and good characters and good writing. Now this random list I found actually had like a number 11 question, which was like, some people like to do this one. And it's, what does your book collection look like? And at first I wasn't going to answer it, but then I realized, wait, this actually makes me unique, because I'm not actually sitting in front of a bunch of books like a lot of YouTubers are. Booktubers are. All my books are basically on my Kindle. Like, I happen to have the Mistborn series with me right now, the trilogy, because I bought it specifically for my honeymoon. Well, my husband bought it, and I was like, okay, I also want to read it. And he read the first one. He said it was amazing, so I'm excited. But most of the books are on my Kindle. I don't have a collection right now because I'm traveling the world, and I can't carry books with me. In the future, I do hope to have a book collection. They're going to be books that I read because I don't really believe in buying books that you never read just to look at. Although in terms of a collection, like, books are just as good as rocks, I suppose, you know? But yeah, my Kindle is where all my books are. And I should also say that they're mostly from the library. I don't really buy books. I mostly download ebooks, and then I don't connect my Kindle as long as possible so that my books just stay there until I'm done. And it's really great. It's really just the ideal way to be. And that is my booktube newbie tag. Wow, it was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be to answer those questions. And I think the whole trying to make everything perfection is difficult. Like, it's not gonna happen. And that's okay. Like, you just gotta keep going. The end.